Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are connecting from. It's always a pleasure having you here. It's always a pleasure knowing that having your support, it always means a lot. So if you're here live, let me know in the chat where you're connecting from. And if you are watching the replay, if you came back and you're watching the replay, I want to say thank you very much for that, as well as let me know where you're connecting from in the chat. What is one thing that you are super grateful for this week, or maybe this month, or maybe just today, right? Let me know in the chat. So welcome to another episode of Weird Wednesdays. I am like totally enjoying doing these sessions. So let me know if you are enjoying them as well. Let me know in the chat if you're enjoying them. If you're looking to take your image and your style to the next level in a way that's authentic to you, you're definitely in the right place. So thank you very much for being here. And before I kick off today's conversation, as always, I want to know how you're doing, how you're feeling. There's still so many things that's happening in the world that can impact us emotionally. And so I want you to take this opportunity to just take a moment, connect with how you're feeling, and of course learning new ways to ways that things that you can add to your toolkit so that you can manage whatever you're going through and however you're feeling. Today I am like, for me today, I think I feel, actually no, I thought about it. I was like, I felt like as though I was like under the weather, but I just think it's just a change of season. It's now fall and it's getting super cold. And it's like, oh my gosh. So I'm not a fan of being cold. I'm actually like have my tea today. It was like 30 something degrees when I woke up this morning. It was like super cold yesterday. And I'm like, I'm not here for it being this cold. So that's how I'm feeling today. I would love to know how you're feeling. If you're new to this space, I'm Salida Roberts, image coach and a founder of Style to Impact. Before, as well as I get into today's conversation, where we're talking about, especially talking about, you stressing out about shopping and what to buy, and you're, just buying the same thing over and over, even though you don't like what you're wearing, it doesn't feel great on you. I want to let you know that I do have 3 spots open for style power sessions. These power sessions is basically, if you're not sure about where to begin with your personal style, or maybe you just have one thing that you really want to talk about, you're struggling with, and you need help with, that can be from where to shop, how to dress for the new world of work, because dress codes are definitely changing, having a sense and understanding as to what that looks like for you and how you can start wearing clothes that represent more, and to be able to represent more of yourself in the clothes that you wear is definitely something that you can use a style power session for. And so if you're interested in just starting with this foundation of building your style and making sure that it's in alignment with who you are, being authentic to you, then of course, grab one of these sessions that I have. As I said, I only have 3. I try not to do a lot. And so if you're interested in grabbing a session, here's that link that you can go ahead and grab that power session. Just go to styletoimpact.com/work with me. And of course, power sessions is, as I said, something that it can really help you. It's the foundation of starting your style and really get an understanding as to where to start if you're struggling. And so I want to get into today's conversation. Let me just put that back on screen for those of you who are tuning in late and you want to know, okay, how can I work with you, Salida? This is definitely how you can work with me, is by going to this link. And so today's conversation, as I said, it was like 30 something degrees when I woke up this morning here in Atlanta. Yesterday, I think for most of the day, it was like between 35 and 40, which for some of you may be like, oh, no, that's not cold. For me, that is cold, right? That is cold. I'm a Caribbean girl, summer body, like Caribbean weather, summer weather all year. Like that's me. I enjoy that type of weather. I do like fall is one of those seasons that I was like, oh yeah, I can get into fall. I can be cute because once it get really cold, cute goes out the window for me at least. And so I was doing a bit of shopping. I thought about things that I want to add to my closet because again, I was like, oh, it's fall, I can be cute, right? I can try to be cute and functionable and comfortable at the same time, but I was going for more so cute and comfortable and staying warm. And so I added a few things to my shopping list, things that I want to purchase. And so after yesterday's weather and today's temperature, I was like, oh, I think I need to go revise my list, right? It needs to be less cute and more cozy and warm because I don't like being cold and cold does not work for me. I mean, you can't see it right now. I'm wearing like socks. My mom got me these really cool socks, which that said that if I don't say it, my face will. So I'm wearing those today. I'm wearing turtleneck sweaters. Like I need to be warm, and so I had to like look at my shopping list and see like where am I going? Where am I going with this? What direction am I going? And realizing that the way that I want to feel and that I need to feel, it's not necessarily being reflected in my shopping cart. So I had to do some trimming and soul searching and reconnecting. So that's what I want to talk to you today because you may be going through the same thing at the moment where you are trying to understand like what are some pieces that you should add to your closet. Of course, being able to save while you're shopping, loving the pieces once you order and it gets to your home, or you're going to the mall and you shop and you have those pieces. But being able to have things in your closet that really make you feel great and fit you well is super important. And so I know for many of you, shopping is not something that you like. Like, I think every time I get on a client call, a client discussion, and we're talking about what are some of the challenges, or you're booking a call with me and they complete the pre-questionnaire when they're booking a consultation, and it's like, what's your biggest challenge? It's two things I hear often is I have no idea where to start, and two, I hate shopping. Like, I hate shopping is probably the number one style struggle or challenge for most of you. And it impacts because you hate shopping, and then it then impacts your experience when you're shopping, what you're buying, which ultimately affects your style. Right. And if you're buying the same things over and over and you don't like it, it doesn't feel great on you, then you're not improving your style. And a couple of reasons why you may be buying the same thing over and over. You need to think about it. Uh, you know, as human beings, we have so many different things happening, like so many things that we're thinking of and we're trying to make decisions on we're trying to avoid making decisions on, like there's so many decisions that we make within a day. And so from what the research that I've done, it said that 35, like we make 35,000 decisions per day. I think that's what I think that's, yeah, 35. Like, can you imagine like all these thoughts that are going through your mind and you're thinking about and you need to make a decision on? And so when it comes to shopping and when it comes to buying clothes, because you don't like shopping, because you've never had a happy experience with shopping, it doesn't bring you joy, you tend to make the same decisions over and over, right? You do this, you buy the same things over and over because one, it becomes autopilot. It's like, oh, I have a business meeting to go to, and the dress code is business, casual. I need a button-down shirt and jeans and a blazer. And then in your closet, you already have like 4 black blazer, 2 jeans, and two button down shirt, but you're like, oh, I need to get new clothing. And so you go to the store, you go online, and ultimately what happens, because you make decisions on autopilot and because we have so many decisions that we're making in a day, automatically, without even realizing it, you grab the thing that you're accustomed to, right? The thing that is like, oh yeah, I normally buy black, so I'm gonna buy that. Or I normally purchase jeans, and so I'm gonna buy that, right? So you're making these buying decisions based on one process of elimination, doing the same thing that you do all the time, and not like realizing that, oh yeah, it's only until you have that piece in your closet and you're about to wear it and you put it on, you don't feel great, that you realize like, oh, I now remember why I don't. Why I don't feel great in this particular piece, right? Like, why did I buy it again? And so you're like, oh, I'm not very good at shopping. And that's ultimately because you're shopping based on buying the same things. It's familiar, it's easy, it seems easy. And of course, we're like, I just need my life to be easy. I just need, as the saying goes, that I see trending right now, the soft life. Like you're trying to live the soft life. But it's all well and good having a soft life. Like I'm all for that, but we have to be strategic about it. And so I want to share with you, how can you make your shopping experience a bit, it may not be like super fun for you, but making sure that you are making the best decisions. You're buying the things that you need in your closet, in your wardrobe, that's going to help you to feel more confident about yourself and to show up in the world wearing clothes and representing more of yourself. And so I remember like when I had a client, we did a wardrobe revision, and wardrobe revision is basically me coming in and assessing what you currently have in your closet, what you need to add in your closet, like what are your style goals and vision, like where do you see yourself going in your career and business, how do you want to show up, right? And so we do that assessment. And my client, Simone, she was like, when she contacted you, she's like, okay, I don't know where to start. Dress codes has changed. I've changed as well over the last 2 years. Like, what do I buy and what do I wear? Because I keep buying the same thing over and over, but it doesn't represent who I am. I don't feel comfortable in it. And so we went through the wardrobe revision session and really creating her style for where she's at now and how she wants to show up in the world. And I created a shopping list for her with 10 items that she can go ahead and purchase and put in her closet. And then after that, we will have this style session where we will talk about how to pair different pieces that she already owns and the new pieces that she has. And so we went through that session. And I remember at the end of the session, I asked her, how are you feeling right now? She's like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. I would have never thought of, one, buying these pieces, and two, putting them, styling them the way you did. And that's just me, right? That's my expertise. And that's something that I find, like, even for Simone, she was like, I should know this, but if it's not your area of expertise, then it's not your area of expertise, right? If you don't enjoy it, if you don't know how to put it together, then of course it wouldn't work, right? And this is why hiring an image coach or personal stylist to help you work through that process is really helpful. And so, what do you do if you are looking to improve your style, right? But you're buying the same things over and over. You're stressed, you're overwhelmed, you're wasting money because you're buying things, putting things in your closet that you don't like. You put in things in your closet that you ultimately don't wear. And so, to improve your style and to improve how you show up and making better decisions, buying decisions when it comes to your wardrobe, you first have to break your habit, right? If you realize that you're buying the same things, but it doesn't represent who you are, you don't feel great in it, you ultimately are not wearing it, that means that you have to take in new information, right? Looking at creating a way to break up what's already in your closet. So if you are saying that you have a business casual dress code that you want to have for your professional life. And you are constantly buying and putting in your closet and wearing maybe jeans and sneakers and maybe a button-down shirt. Like you do the blue jeans, white button-down shirt, black blazer, white sneaker. But that doesn't feel like you, right? It doesn't feel like you, and you want to improve your image to match your level of success and to position you for more opportunities and better opportunities. And so you're like, okay, I want to mix it up, but you're constantly buying the same thing. Here's what you do. Again, breaking that habit means that you have to take in new information. So start looking at like new styles that you're seeing that can be going on Pinterest and looking at business casual styles that can be following new brands, right? Instead of the brands that you're constantly shopping. Because if you're familiar with the brand and you're buying the same thing over and over from the brand, more than likely, because you're not familiar with it, that's what you do. But if you tap into a new brand, then it gives you an opportunity to explore. It gives you an opportunity to also see how they style like different pieces, how they're putting together new looks. And that new information that you're taking in is going to drive your decision now in terms of what you're buying and what new things you're putting in your closet, ultimately helping you to create more outfits, helping you to have a fresh style, something that's more comfortable to you, and something that makes you feel great about yourself. And so, and I know like you're probably like, okay, Salida, I don't have the time to do that right now. I don't have like I want to change my style. I want to improve it. I want to um have my style get to that level that I'm in, like reflect the level of success that I'm at or what I'm trying to achieve in my life and feel more like myself. And like, oh, I don't have the time for that. Like so many things are happening right now. And to counter that, it's this is where an expert comes in. This is where a stylist comes in, because we allow you, or in this case, I allow you to do the things that you are good at, and putting my expertise in there is that this is what I'm good at. And so I've come in with a more objective eye and be able to give you options that you may not have thought about. So breaking out of your current habit of buying the same things and feeling anxious about shopping, hiring a stylist and an expert is definitely one way to help you break out of that. And the other way, of course, is to start looking for new and fresh ideas as to how to style what you already own, and also looking at new brands as well. And so the second thing that you can do is be more strategic with shopping, right? Be more strategic with shopping. This is going to sound crazy because I'm an image coach and personal stylist, but I hate shopping. Like mindless shopping is what I hate. I cannot walk into a store and be like, oh, let me go to the mall. Like there's no time in my life I get up and say, let me go at the mall to hang out just to see what the stores have, or just like go, okay, I have a last minute function, let me go purchase something. Like I try not to do that. And so mindless shopping creates that level of anxiety. Mindless shopping makes you purchase things on a whim. It makes you purchase things that doesn't fall or represent your personal style. And so you want to be very strategic about shopping, knowing what you're buying and why you're buying it, right? Like, why are you buying this jeans, or why are you buying this blazer? Is it just because it's on sale? Is it just because someone told you like a blazer is one of those things like must have pieces in your closet and so you purchase it? Or is it a case where you're like, you know, um, I just need to have clothing to go back to work because I'm going back to work, so I'm just going to go shopping. You have to be very strategic about your shopping, and that will help you to reduce that level of anxiety that you feel. And a couple of ways that I do that is, first of all, online shopping is my jam. Like, I like sitting at my computer, because I have a list of brands that I shop that I know works for me, that I know represent my personal brand. And I'll sit at my computer, I'll, make my list very intentional, just like you make a list for you don't just go to the grocery store and just walk through the aisles and just kind of put in things in your basket. Like, you literally know what you want to purchase. At least I hope you do, right? You have a list of things that you need for your home. You have a budget as well. The same thing applies when you're shopping, is have that list, have a budget as well, and that's how you be strategic. You know exactly what you need to put to your closet, purchase, and why you want to purchase it, and how is it going to help you express more of who you are, and of course make you feel confident in what you're wearing. So be strategic about that list. And so, pro tip, as I said, online shopping is key. If you don't, like, you're anxious about shopping, you're anxious about going into the dressing rooms and trying clothing, like, online shopping works, because then you get to purchase the things at your convenience, have it delivered to your home, and then you have you're being in your own space, being able to try on, being able to look at the fit, being able to really assess under your lighting how you feel, because those dressing room lightings can be a bit tricky sometimes, and those mirrors can be a bit tricky sometimes. So having the ability to try on your clothes at home, really assess, do your movement test and sit and do all the different things that you need to do to feel, test the outfit to see if it really works for you. You get to do that in your home. And this is what most people don't know. And this is why I love online shopping as well, because I hear, oh, yeah, when you shop online, then there's the whole return issue, like having to return things. If your order was delivered via USPS, the post office, you can return it simply by putting it into your mailbox. Like, package it as small and neat as possible that it can fit into your mailbox. Put it in your mailbox and then raise that flag. And so when the postal service officers and workers are coming around and they're dropping off mail, once they see that flag raised, they know that there's a package in there that they need to return for you, right? So they take it out. So you don't have to journey to your nearest post office. You can literally walk out your door and put your return in your mailbox and have it returned for you. Like, that's what I do every single time. So if you are, like, I hate buying things and having to go and return it to the store, that's one way that you can definitely alleviate some of that stress. But once you, as I said, do those two things, once you are being more strategic about your shopping, creating that list, knowing why you're buying the pieces, knowing what your budget is, knowing what your personal style is as well, and taking in new ideas and new brands of shopping. And of course, if when you're ready and you hire a stylist to really help you, is that you want to, when you do those things, that's how you alleviate some of that stress, right? That's how you do shopping, and buying clothes doesn't feel as daunting, and it doesn't feel as it's like, oh, I don't want to do this, but you have somewhat of a better experience. And so, a couple of things that I want you to think about when you are really shopping, right? This is super important because we all do it, right? And it comes back to this mindless shopping. Is just, again, ask yourself, am I buying this because the price is reduced? Right? Would I buy it full price, or am I buying it? Because if you won't buy it full price, maybe the fact that it's reduced is influencing your decision. But ask yourself that question. And also, you want to ask yourself, like, what is what else do I have in my closet that looks like this, right? Is am I buying another blue turtleneck sweater that looks exactly the same because I have something else in there, and so I'm shopping from just autopilot? Or is it that I really do like this blue turtleneck sweater. Like, I love this blue turtleneck sweater. I've been looking for one that feels and fit me the same way. So if I find another one, I would buy the same color again, because this one is pretty old as well. So it's replacing an old one with a new one. And that's another way that you can think about when you're creating your list and you're shopping. And so that's what I want to leave you with today. If you are joining me on the replay, thank you very much for being here. Let me know, if this information has been helpful for you. If you're watching live, let me know as well if this information has been very helpful for you. Just remember, as I said earlier in the conversation, I do have 3 spots remaining for Style Power Session this month. That's your 1-hour session that we can discuss anything from how to dress your body to, what are some key pieces that you should purchase based on your personal style, based on your lifestyle, to show up confidently in the clothes that you wear and to feel great in the clothes that you wear. So thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate you all being here every Wednesdays, joining me at the same time, just to have these conversations and really helping you improve your style, and as well as making sure that you are feeling more confident about wearing clothes that truly represents who you are. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for supporting my work. I am super, super grateful as always. If we're not connected and you are here, you're watching this live or this replay, hit the bell on my LinkedIn profile, follow me, hit that bell so that you know whenever I post, whenever I go live. Send me a DM, let's connect. And so I want to thank you very much for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day and stay safe. Bye.